stampingwithdi.com. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you are here for the first time, make sure you let me know where you're coming from. If you've been here before, make sure you rewind my old noggin where you are from, and always say hi. I love that people are getting connected with each other through our little chats off to the side. So if you are here for the live, just chat along to the side. If you are watching the replay, the chat, you have to click on that to make it come when it's the replay. Otherwise, if you have any questions when it's not live, please put it down below the video after the video finishes processing. And sometimes that takes a little while, so just be patient. But so I'm gonna welcome you to my channel. My name is Diana. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I'm in Santan Valley, Arizona, and I am originally from Canada. So all my family is still in Canada, and I miss them very, very much, and especially this time of year, right? So I'm getting all like tongue-tied or whatever. So Christmas cards are coming in, so it's always just kind of like hard on the heart, right? When you can't see your family. So love to all of you, and I hope that you are able to be with your loved ones over the holiday. And so I'm gonna stop blabbing about that, right? So let's see who's here. So Candy and Marcy and Rhonda, I am so glad you're here. So today I'm going to do, so I did get all my swap cards done. So this is going to be my next swap cards. And sometimes I'm always like, what am I thinking? Because I have to make quite a few of them, but they're so cute. So that's what I'm going to do. And I figure that I'm sure everybody will love it when they get it, and maybe they'll even think of me because it's totally an Arizona card, right? Hey Lily, hey Anna, oh Marcy, I miss you. So Marcy she's on here on the little chat. So she's from Canada. So if you need any Stampin' Up! Stuff in Canada, holler at Marcy. So we do the Over the Border. We have an Over the Border Facebook group. It's a private group that we do stuff. We were doing events together. We did 2 this year, but it's just too hard. We realized it's too hard being in the different countries. So we're still gonna do stuff like share on our blogs and all that stuff and keep the Facebook group open. But as for our events and classes, we're going back to doing those on our own. But it was fun, those couple times. So anyway, so hey Joanne, so I'm gonna flip the phone, or I will just be gabbing all day with you. All right, so let's flip the phone. I try to put my hand there so it's not too it doesn't hurt your stomach too much, right? If you're like a roller coaster, like, oh. All right, so let's see. So when I talk about the swap, so this is the one I did What You Making Wednesday. So this was the card I did Wednesday. This was also for a swap. So I did 24 of those, if you can believe it. So those are all ready to go in the mail. And then, because that was a celebration, then I'm doing the January to June swap. And I'm going to be using these 2 sets. So this is what I talked about on my What You Making Wednesday. I said, hey Teresa, hey Stacy. I said that I wanted to put these 2 together. And that's what I did. So let me show you how my mind works. All right, so let me set those aside over here. So this is me playing. So I just had a piece of paper. And I just kind of stamp. I just randomly kind of stamp things. And so I was like, okay, so what I was going to do was I stamped the cute little quail, and then I was going to mask it. So I put my mask on here, but one is a cling and one is a photopolymer. And I find that the photopolymer is a little harder to mask, right? Because it doesn't have that gushy, which allows you to kind of push it around the paper so you don't get that ghost look. So see, this is what I mean when I say you don't want that ghost. So when you're cutting, oh, there's a little gnat. Ah, got him. So see how it kind of has that little halo around there, or the ghost. So you have to really cut your mask small. So this was just me playing. And then I thought, well, you know what? I'm going to, so this is me again playing. So instead, I'm not going to mask. I'm just going to stamp and cut. So that's what I ended up doing. And then I was playing around with some of the different cactuses and things like that. I even was going to put a sun. And so let me show you what I ended up doing. All right. So I do need, let me get my pieces. All right. So this is just a piece of basic white. And we're going to put our little quail off down here on the corner. So one is cling, so the quail are a cling. And then I really don't need this mat here because this is cling, but it's there anyway. All right, so we've got our cute little quail. All right, so I'm going to let them just kind of dry a little bit, because then I'm going to stamp over top of them with the cactuses. So I don't want the ink to be still kind of be wet, or when I stamp over it with the cactus, it will pull those lines in. So I just want to give it just a tad to dry. So while it's drying, let me get my ink pads open. So I'm going to be using Mango Melody. Oh, hang on. You love the quail. They're your favorite little local birdie. Oh, we finally got them in the yard this summer. We had 4, and then they had a baby, and now they're all gone. Oh, Chicago. Jeff's always making their little noise. So I don't know what happened, if they just moved along, but I loved watching that little baby quail grow, and now I haven't seen her for quite a while. So this is kind of like sad that I'm using this one, but all right. So I'm going to be using Mango Melody, Pear Pizzazz, and Pool Party. All right. So I think that those two have dried long enough. So let me get my Pear Pizzazz, and we're going to put the Cactus Cuties together with our little Catch You Later stamp set. All right. So now the cactuses, which is almost perfect, right? The cactus is our photopolymer. So I'm able to see exactly where I'm putting them on my mama and baby quail. All right, so I'm inking this up. Now I can see that I want to put my cactus here. So I'm putting my cactus here, like that. Then I want this spiny looking one too. So that's going to be over here. So basically, I'm making a scene. And I'm avoiding their feet. And you'll see why when I get going. All right. Then I'm also going to stamp one of these over here. So we're just kind of making our scenery. All right, then I'm going to close my pad, but I also want to, on my poor Mango Melody, I had to ink it up. All right, so we're going to take the little blossom, and we're going to put this blossom right here on top of our cactus. And doesn't that just make that so alive? I love that. All right, so I'm going to let that sit and dry a tad. So when you're doing swaps, it's awesome because you can have time to let things dry. All right, so what I did earlier was I stamped my mama and my baby quail on a piece, and that's what I'm going to be coloring on. All right, so let's see here. What else do I want to do to this? All right, so I'm also going to take my Pool Party and my blending brush. And now I don't really need this mat underneath here. And we're just going to add a little bit of blue. And you could leave the sky without anything, but I'm just going to put a little bit of blue, not a whole lot. So I'm just inking up my brush, and then I'm just very lightly putting a little bit of blue in the sky. I don't want to rub over too much of my other colors in case I pull them out. I don't want to get any green or yellow in my sky. So I think that's good. And you probably won't be able to see it as much. I don't know what it is about Pool Party, but Pool Party is so hard to show. Plus it's very, very light. I can see it on my phone, but when I look on the computer, I don't even see it. All right, so there's a little bit of Pool Party in the sky. All right. Then where's our little baby quill? So I'm just going to set this aside and let it dry a little bit more before I add anything else to that, because I am going to be going over some of that with the blends, but I want it to be good and dry. All right, so now what I want to do is I want to color my quail so that they look like live quail, like they're not fake quail, if that makes sense. The quail color in the mini catalog when you get yours, and you should be getting them soon. One was green, I think, and one was pink, and I'm like, well, that's kind of a weird color for quail, and I wanted mine to be realistic. All right, so hang on a minute. I'm going to come back over here. So I'm going to take my dark. So some of the quail is going to be colored on here, like their feet. And some are going to be colored on there and cut out. And by doing this, I don't have to cut out some of these skinnier things, like the head comb and their little feet. Like I don't want to have to cut those out. Now I know they don't have yellow or pink on their feet or whatever, but I am putting just a tiny little bit of pumpkin on their feet, even though that's not necessarily, I don't know why I put it on there, because that's not going to be colored on there. I guess that's just habit. Okay, so let me bring Mama and Baby over. All right, so what I'm going to do is we are taking bronze, and what I did was I could look at the pictures that I took of Mama and Baby Quail on my phone, but what I did was I just pulled up pictures of quail on the internet, and then you can get what, you know, kind of the colors they are. So I just picked what I had in my Stampin' Blends, and I'm just adding some very natural looking colors to my quail. Let me scoot down a little bit. So this is bronze. Ugh. And then, so we want dark smoky slate. Let's see. So I'm just adding different colors here and there, because that's what they are, right? That's what they are in real life. They've got, you know, these different colors going on because they are camouflaged. Because when we had the little baby quail and the mom and the dad, Jeff was telling me that their mortality rate is not good. Like most of the poor little babies don't make it, because there was only one, and he goes, he doubts very much if she only had one baby. All right, this is light smoky. He's like, he doubts very much if she only had one baby, because he says the other ones probably got 8, which is so sad, right? All right, so a little bit more orange. So I'm just doing some fun colors on my quail. So I'm using the bronze, the dark, and the light smoky slate, just to kind of camouflage them. I'm also going to come back with ivory, and that's the one that goes with the bronze. They come in a dual pack. All right. So it looks kind of crazy, right? All right. And then I want my light gray granite. So Put a little light gray granite here and there. Because they're just these cute little quail. But if you want to make them more cartoony, you totally can, but I wanted them to be more realistic in color. And then I'm going to take my ivory and I'm just going to kind of go over it. And this just knocks down some of the grays. It's still there, but it makes them, it just kind of knocks the colors down, right? So it adds a little more natural, you know, kind of look to it. And again, like I said, they really don't have an orange beak, but I'm still going to add a little bit of orange onto the beak. And so yeah, so it was fun while they were here for sure. Okay, so I think that looks good. And then I can always add more later. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut them out. So let's bring this over. So you can see where I colored. So, you know, I'm not going to cut out the head dealy bob. I'm also not going to be too intricate in cutting out all these lines because they're on here. So I'm just going to kind of cut it along on the black line. So I'm actually cutting some of the black line away. Not all of it, but just some of it. And then it's just going to help you glue it onto these guys. So see, I cut her head thing off because it's going to be here. And that's the same way with the feet. So see how I'm just cutting it? I'm not being too intricate. So same with the feet. I'm cutting their feet off. They don't feel it. They don't feel it. And then when I glue it on, I'm just going to glue it with the green tip glue. So I'm not putting dimensionals or anything. I'm gluing it straight down so that there's not going to be, you will see it. All right, so that looks good. I do want to take my, where's my dark smoky? And I am going to trace like I usually do, just to knock down any of those white edges that I might have. And that's just going to, the edge where I cut this out, it's just going to suck up that blend and take away the white. All right. So then I'm going to bring my cute little mom and baby, and I'm going to glue them right over top of here. Like that. So I'm just using the green tip glue. So I'm just putting it right on here because I can tell exactly what I'm covering, right? I need to cover all of this area. And stick them right on here. And just pull it into place. And so see, now the mom has her thing on her head and they've got their feet. And you can see these little lines. I didn't have to cut them out because they're stamped on the card. All right, so that's good. This is all dry now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my light gray granite and I'm just going to add a little bit of gray granite around. And this is just going to make this pop off the page. So it looks like it's sticking out. So same thing here, just a little bit, not a whole lot. And underneath here, around my cactus as well. And on this one. And that just makes that look like it's got some definition to it. All right, I'm also going to ground everything. So even though they've got these little tick marks underneath their feet, I'm still going to come in with my light gray granite, and I'm going to add more ground. Just light, just very light. I still want to leave white, right? Oh, thanks so much. Hey, Breton. All right, so we've got our ground going on. So I want to take my dark smoky slate. So see how it has these little black marks? And I could use the black too, but I'm just going to use the dark smoky because it's pretty dark. And I'm just going to basically put some more kind of like little dots around. Not a whole lot. Just a few little dots. Just so that there's a little bit of dirt happening, right? Okay. Then I want to stamp on some scrap. Hold on a minute. Where's my scrap paper? Here's my scrap paper. So this is where I wasn't for sure if I wanted to put a greeting, but I think I will. So the greeting says, I will always be here. What does it say? I'll always be here for you. And I'm just using the Pear Pizzazz. So I'll always be here for you. I love this fun font. Hang on, I'm going to stamp that again. So like I said, I have to make 28 of these. And this is going to be a good one to watch the TV with. Okay. All right, so let that dry. Let that dry. So let's bring over the rest of the card. And now you're going to go, are you kidding me? And I'll be like, no, I'm not kidding you. All right, so we have our card base. So this is our basic white. And I think I wanted to grab the thick. And I do believe I grabbed the thin. Hang on a minute. I grabbed the regular. All right, there we go. Oops, now I dropped it on the floor. Gush, 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 gracious. All right, let me get my bone folder. All right. Then, look what else I'm doing to it. So, this is that piece of 4. So, is this making you go, oh, oh, is she doing what I think she's doing? Why, yes, I am. I'm going to make these into calendars. Because if I'm going to do 28 swaps for my sweet advisory board, and I'm going to do all this stuff, I'm going to make it be out all year long. So they think of their crazy friend Diana. All right, so this is the green tip glue. So I'm just going to glue this to this. So you can make any card into an easel just by adding that little piece of, it's 4 inches scored at 2. I'll show you the piece. Hang on a minute. So it's just 4 inches. So it's always 4 inches. And then you score it at half. So you scored at half. And then at 2. And then what would this be? Half from this side. 3 3/4. And then it makes your easel thing. So depending on whatever size card, this could be longer or shorter or whatever. But this is always that easel thing that goes on the card. So any card can be turned into an easel. All right. And maybe you don't even have it be a calendar. It could just be an easel card, you know? All right. So then I'm going to take my green tip glue again, and I'll put it on along this edge. Like so. So, hey, Rhonda, do you think they look real? I mean, I think they kind of look real. Oh, my gosh. All right, so there we have our cute little, stand. All right. So then I've got my Pear Pizzazz. So that's going to go on my Pear Pizzazz. And my glue. I'm glad you like my color, Teresa. And I apologize that's all I seem to do. Oh my gosh. Although this one, I love combining these 2 stamp sets together. Like, I wonder if Stampin' Up! Was thinking that they would go together as well as they do. I like to say they did. Because look how cute that looks. All right. In fact, light gray granite, as I'm looking at it, I want to put a little more shadow on there. And a little more, because I love adding shadow to stuff. It just makes it pop, right? It just like, and then sometimes you don't even realize it's there. It just makes it look better. All right. So then this is going to go on here, and this is just some of that pattern paper that's in the Hostess. So you want to make sure you grab some of that. Let me get some dimensionals here. All right, so we're going to put some dimensionals. So we have a little bit of a shadow, right, when it gets glued onto here. All right, that's going to go on here. Ding, ding, ding. So yeah, so Jeff always comes home early on Friday. So I says, if you're going to come out, make sure you know I'm doing my live. So don't come out and start gabbing to me. Like, you can come out here, but just be quiet. All right. Then we have our cute little Vippy calendar, and that's going to go up in the corner. All right, so I'm going to put a little bit of adhesive on the bottom, and then I'm going to peel this off. And then that's going to go up here. And then this is where I wasn't sure about the greeting. So I have my I'll always be here for you. All right, so here's the little greeting. So I'll always be here for you. Because it kind of needed something up here. And then remember I was like saying, oh, you know, I was going to put a sun originally. And then I was like, oh, well, if I make it be a calendar, that calendar is up here. All right, so we have our I'll always be here for you. I just thought that this would be a nice little saying for somebody on their calendar, isn't it? All right. So we have our I'll always be there for you. Let me put my little bit of glue. So I'm kind of going backwards. I'm putting my glue on here. A little bit of glue. And so I'll always be here for you. So there's the little saying. So isn't that so cute? All right. And then let me let that dry. And then this is going to go on here like that. But I'm not finished with this yet because look, we have, oh, VOG. I'm not for sure what. Now I'm like going, huh? What did I say? Because I don't know. Catherine, you're going to have to jog my crazy memory. We have these awesome pebble enamel shapes. So I'm adding these as well to the card. So some will have brown. So they come gray and brown. So I'm sure like it's like a crumb and like a smoky slate, gray granite-y. So what I'm going to do is, so some will have one color, some will have another color. All right, so we've got this cute little rock. It's going to go here. Then we've got, so I'm just putting them around our cactus, but it just makes this scene look even more realistic. And you could mix and match. I mean, I could stick a little gray rock too, right? Yeah, I'm going to put a gray. I don't have to have them all be the same. So we've got our 3 little rocks. Aren't they so cute? Oh my gosh. The cactuses, like I told you the other day, the cactuses I will keep forever. All right. Then this needs to go on the card, but I have so much going on. So I'm going to actually put my adhesive on here. So this is like doing it backwards, but I have so much stuff sticking out on this one that I don't want to flip it over and bend it. So I'm just gluing it backwards. All right. So then we have our cute little card. So let me show you the other one. All right, so here's the other one. I always have one off to the side that I'm looking at. I need to scoot up a little bit so you can see. I have such a mess. So I have to do 28 of these, 29 of these. All right, so there's our cute. So the quails are colored pretty much the same. I don't think any of them will be identical. So this one has all brown rocks. This one has a mixture. This one I stamped the greeting with old olive. So then this one I did pear pizzazz. So what do you think? Oh, and so I still need to add little gel pen. So I didn't do any gel pen on this one. So we don't sell the gel pen, so I probably won't for the swap. Just so there's no, that's not on there. I don't know if I put gel pen. I didn't put gel pen on my Volkswagen. So this might be sitting on my desk because it has the gel pen on there. But anyways, so do you like them? Oh, I think the rocks just make it even look even more alive because, there's certain rules whenever you do a swap, like the host will tell you the rules or whatever. And we're supposed to use an embellishment because basically, we're a demonstrator and you definitely want to use stuff so people, as you're watching go, I need that. Lily, now she needs these 2 stamp sets. Maybe she'll need the rocks too, right? It's like, do you need fries with that kind of thing? So anyways, so I thought, oh, the rocks would be too cute. And I love, like at first when I did it, I didn't have this over here. I just had it stop. And then I was like, oh, what happens if I put a cactus over here? And that just made it even cuter because it makes your eyes, like when you look at stuff, you want your eye to go around the whole card, right? You don't want your eye just to like stare at one part. So you see the calendar and then your eye works around. So it just makes your eye visually look at the whole card, because you've got stuff going on, but yet it's not so busy, you don't want it to be like where your eyes are tired, right? Because it's just so flashy or your eye doesn't have a place to rest. I don't like it like that. So anyways, but that's also, another way my brain works. So anyway, so I'm glad you like it. Oh, it could sit on your desk, Anna. So I could have this be a choice as well for my goodies or guts for December. So when you order $75 in December, you're getting to choose a calendar. So I'll make some more. I'll make extra of these, and maybe people will want one of these instead. I know Rhonda, she picked Stella, and then I just covered. I didn't know if it was bad luck or not. I'm kind of superstitious. They have the calendar, showing the new year yet, so I just kind of put a post-it note over it. But so some people are picking the sunflowers. Some people are like, just surprise me, like they don't want to know what calendar they're getting. So I might, whip up some of these and have that to be a choice, right? So anyways, all right. So I think I'm gonna stop gabbing. Oh, what did Teresa say? You ordered the cactus paper that's in the clearance. Oh, the cactus paper. I'll have to go look. Isn't that weird that I can't remember the cactus paper? But anyways, all right. So hopefully you like that. And if you think that, you would definitely pick this as a calendar, let me know too, and then I'll make sure I make up a few extra. And then you need to let me know. So when you place your order, I always send you an email like a thank you, and then I send your thank you card later. But in that email, it will say, do you want goodies or guts? Always answer me, right? Because then I can jot it right down. Otherwise, I have to holler at you later. And then you could say, I want the baby quail card. Or the baby quail calendar. All right. Hi, Anna. Thank you, Anna, for stopping in. Enjoy your all your chickens. I love always watching your chickens. All right, everyone. So I'm gonna say see you later. Hey, Dawn. Thank you for sharing. All right. So we all 3 of us have our boosters tomorrow. So we scheduled them for Saturday in case we don't feel well. Sunday we'll have a day we can just kind of rest and not have to do stuff or whatever. So just cross your fingers that we don't have any issues. And I will see you Monday for my Mimeograph Monday, 3 o'clock Arizona time, same channel. Otherwise, have a super great weekend, everybody. Is it going to be the last weekend before Christmas, right? Wait, where's my calendar? Yes, I think so. Kind of, yeah. So if you got any Christmas shopping to do, get her done. Get her done. All right, everyone. I'll let you go. Thanks so much for joining me today. Bye for now.